Hello, I'm live. I spontaneously decided to go live because I just had a one-on-one session with a VIP client, and we talked about the fact that she is not really working on converting more of her followers into clients. So I wanted to talk to you about this because there are so many of my clients that have followers, that have people that want to buy from them, but they're not working on converting those followers into clients. And I think very often there's what I hear from people is, oh, but I don't know how to do that. Like, how do I convert my followers into clients? I know how to create value content. I know how to write good content. I know how to engage people. I know how to, get more followers, whatever it is. But you are not converting your current followers into clients. So a very big part of converting your current followers into clients, and I'm going to give you some specific tips right now, because I think if you're showing up here with me right now, and you're staying here on this live, I will give you my tips that I have basically told my VIP one-on-one client today. So first of all, converting followers into clients is all about, number one, stepping into the mindset of, I am currently going to speak to those people that are thinking of working with me. They are about to start working with me. They want to work with me. I just need to lead them over the edge. It's not even about pushing them over the edge. It's really about taking their hand, leading them to the edge. So in order to do that, you need to start by thinking about a specific person. So it could be a lead you have, someone you recently had a meeting with, and you know that they want to buy from you, but they're not there yet. Or it could be a current client that you consider an ideal client, that you can think about where they were at before they decided to buy from you. So really think about a specific person, one person that is a current lead or a current client that you would consider an ideal client, and think that you are writing to them. Think that you are talking only to this person, this one person. This is the person you are talking to. And this is a person that is already there. So this is not what I'm not saying you're talking to someone that doesn't know who you are. I'm saying you're talking to someone who knows exactly who you are. They know already that they want to work with you, but they just haven't taken that step for whatever reason. So when you speak to a current follower, a very close follower, a very hot lead, and you want to turn them into a client, what needs to happen in order to make them become a client? And I'm sorry for looking down. I feel like I think better when I'm like doing some things with my hands. I'm like using my lipstick like this and looking down sometimes. So when you want to turn your followers into clients, what you need to do, like I said, the number one is the mindset part. The second step is thinking, what do they need to hear from me right now? What does this person need to hear from me? Because they already know you deliver value. They already know you're really good at what you do. They already know you're the one for them. They already went through the sales process. They already went through the process of feeling like, I like this person. I like the way she or he talks about this topic. I like their niche. I like this. They already know they like you. You're not trying to convince them that, you're the one for them. You're not trying to talk about your methods. You're not trying to talk about like, oh, here are 3 tips how to do this. This is not about nurturing people. This is about leading them towards the edge. You have already done the first couple of steps. You have already taken them through getting to know you, like figuring out that they have a problem, understanding their problem, and then getting to know you, liking you, feeling like you're the one for them. They already feel that. They just haven't taken the step to buy from you. So you need to think about what needs to happen in this person. What objections need to be overcome? What's stopping this person from taking action now? Because usually this type of person it's already crossed their mind that they want to buy from you sometime. They already like, oh yeah, someday. Yeah, I'm gonna work with this person at some point. Maybe in 3 months, maybe in 6 months, whatever it is. So you need to think about a specific person and think, how do I get them to over the edge? How do I lead them over the edge when they already kind of know? Well, a massive part of the last step is about talking to their emotions. Okay? So it's about talking to how they feel and how they would like to feel and how they want their future to be and what their future looks like, and the fact that if they just, crossed over the ledge, or they just jumped over the ledge, sorry, I'm not that good at these analogies. If they just jumped over the ledge, they would get there. So it's all about really taking someone who already kind of knows that they want to work with you, but helping them make a decision. That's really what it is. It's not about convincing. It's not about like educating about your methods. That's not what I'm talking about. And very often, all of us have these people in our network and followers. We already have those people that like, oh, I like her content. I like this. I like that. They already kind of know that they like you, and they already kind of know that they want to buy from you. So this is about like what's stopping them. So there are many things that could be stopping them right now. And when we think about the terms of money and time, I don't want you to talk about these are very common objections. I don't want you to talk about these objections for the first time. These, in terms of money and time, why it's worth investing time and money into you, this is something that you should already have done. You should already work through this in your content all the time. I don't want you to never talk about this. This should be something that's just part of your content every day, like all the time. So people understand that there's value in investing in you. There's value in putting time into this. So you're not trying to convince them necessarily that they need to put time and money into you for whatever reason, but you still need to, what you need to do is convince them that what they want, the outcome that they want, the desired outcome that they have is more important. That's the most important part. It's so important that they are willing to invest, and they are willing to invest time and money or whatever it is to get to their desired outcome. So in this part, it's really about having them see the vision of what it would be like. What would life be like? What would life be like? What would business be like? How could life look like? And it doesn't matter if your ideal client is a private person, it's a solopreneur, or if it's a corporation. It doesn't matter because emotions move people. So you need to talk to them from an emotional standpoint of, you already know that if you just fix this thing, you know that you could get to the other side. You know you would get further. If you just kind of made this shift, you kind of screwed the thing a little bit. Again, I'm not that good at these analogies. I like have them in my head, but when I'm going to say them, I'm like, I don't know how to explain this. So they just need to shift a little bit, and then they will get to the other side. Okay? So this is about making them understand, like, what's really the only thing that's really missing is the fact that they need to join your offer, or they need to buy this from you, whatever it is, to reach their desired outcome. So it's not about talking too much about their problems. It's not about talking too much about you should invest money into this because this. It's not about using logical reasoning as much anymore. The logical reasoning should have already happened. That should have happened earlier in the process. So by this time, they already know that working with you is the logical choice. They already understand that, but now in the last part, you need to speak even more to their emotions and make them go over that last step, and they need to feel like you truly see them. So in order to do that, like I just told my client, my VIP client, in order to do that, you need to step into their emotional state, and you really need to feel what they are feeling right now and what they would like for life to look like and what they would like to feel. So whether that is someone in a corporation who would love to see their Instagram account grow because they've been working on their Instagram account, it's just not working. You need to talk to them about how different things could be in 2024 through building their Instagram account, how that could help with their marketing goals, how that would make a massive difference for the brand. And that's really about like making them take the next step. Or if you're a coach and you're working with clients that, I don't know, want to start a business, you need to help them see how, already in January, you could be up and running with your new business. In 2024 could be the year that you're finally quitting your job and you're finally going all in on your own business. So it's about taking that next step, pushing them. I'm not even gonna say pushing them. I don't like that word. It's not about pushing anyone over the ledge. It's about leading them, taking their hand, showing the way, because they already know the way. They already know what they want to do. They already know they want to work with you. They just need to be helped there. Okay? So this is about the last step. Again, those of you that are jumping in at the end, this is about talking to people when they already know, like you, trust you, love you, feel like they need to buy from you. But we all have those people in our network. So I have had many of my VIP clients, for example, are at this point where they have built a following and they have these people that are following them and like them and are engaging with their content, and they kind of want to buy from them, but they haven't bought yet. So they don't really know. What a lot of my VIP clients don't know is, how do I bring them from I like you, I like your content, I'm engaging, into a client? Because if you don't work with your content in this way, in a strategic way, you are creating a lot of fans and not clients. So you don't want to get stuck in having an Instagram account or a LinkedIn account with a lot of fans, people that love you, feel like, wow, you're giving so much value. I love this. This is so valuable. You're so inspiring. But nobody's buying, or not enough people are buying, or they're not willing to pay you your premium price. And that's when you get stuck kind of in the friend zone with followers, and they keep you in the friend zone, and they go to someone else to buy. So they like following you, they love your content, they think you're great, they like your services, but they're buying from someone else. They're not buying from you. And that's because you haven't actually worked in a strategic way with your content to bring people from I like this content to I love this. Nicole says we don't want to be friend zoned. Exactly. So we don't want to be friend zoned by our clients, right? We don't want to be friend zoned by our followers. We want them to become our clients. We don't just want people to write to us and say, oh, you're so inspiring, I love your content, it's so valuable. We want them to say, I need to work with you. I'm there almost, like I want to work with you soon. So the more people you have that feel this way, and they feel like, I want to work with you, at some point I'm going to work with you. And a lot of people will say in the future. So a lot of people will say, I want to work with you in 3 months. I want to work with you in 6 months, maybe next year. So that's a massive part of people's decision making, is that they are pushing things to the future. They are thinking, yes, next year, in 2 months, in 3 months, next month, whatever it is. They're always pushing things to the future. The reason why people do this, the reason why people push things to the future, is because they are actually don't want to make a decision. They are scared of making a decision for whatever reason. and they are pushing the decision to the future, because it's easier to say, I will do that later, than saying no. Because saying no means saying no to yourself in a way. So when you say the future, then you're not making a decision, you're abstaining from making a decision. You're just pushing the decision to the future. So what you want to make sure, because, and when you push the decision to the future, when your client pushes the decision to the future, there's a lot of things that could happen and they might not work with you in the future. So you don't want to have these people keep saying to you, yes, in 6 months, yes, in 3 months, because it's not just about getting them in as a client. It's also about helping them. So when somebody tells me, yes, in 6 months, what I'm concerned about, it's not just, oh, I want them as a client now for me. I'm concerned about, well, why aren't you changing things now? Why are you waiting in 6 months to change things? You're losing 6 months of time when you could get results for 6 months. You're pushing these results to the future. You're not getting the results now. So they are losing time when they are pushing things to the future, right? So it's not just about you and wanting to get the clients. It's also about the client, helping the client make a decision to do the right thing that they really want to do now. So you need to explain to them and have them feel that they should do this now, not later. It's not, because later doesn't exist, okay? The future it doesn't exist. Anything that we say we're gonna do in 6 months, that's false. That does not exist. Everything can happen now. Everything can happen now, okay? So you need to explain to them why it's urgent for them to start working with you now. Why now is the time, not 6 months, not 12 months, now. So you need to make them feel that they are ready. First of all, they are mentally they're mentally ready, and they know deep in their heart that they are, because a lot of people are pushing the decision to the future because they believe they will be in a different point in the future. I'll be a different person. I'll be more brave. I'll have more money. I'll have more this. So that version of me will be able to make a decision when in fact you already are this person. And the reason why you become that person in the future is because you make a decision now. You don't wait, become a different person, then you do something. It's the opposite. You do it and then you become the person, right? So you need to talk to your ideal client about this when they're at the point in their journey that they already want to work with you, but they just need to be led towards the end, towards the edge. So you need to understand what their emotional state is, what's stopping them from not taking a step. What are they saying? They're probably saying not yet, maybe soon, maybe later. Well, why should they make a decision now? And ideally, you don't want the urgency to be, I have a discount, or I only have 3 spots left. Yes, it can help a little bit with making a decision, especially if you want to just help them make a decision now and not later. It can help. But that's not why people buy. The reason why people buy is not because you have a discount, or because you're offering a bonus, or because you are, you have 3 spots left. The reason why people buy is because they are extremely motivated themselves to make a change, and they believe in themselves to make a change, and they believe in you to help them make that change. So that's how you need to think about content at the last step of the customer journey, when they are already loving you, but they just need to be helped in buying. And this is it's very different. Well, and I was asked the question here, like how to think about value content versus selling content. Well, I think this is a big question, and this could be an entire webinar or masterclass about this, but let me just explain. The difference, first of all, is in mindset also. So when you're creating sales content, you are writing to a person who is 100% ready, or 98% ready to buy, but those 2% is just stopping them from making a decision. A different type of value content could be that you are speaking to someone who hasn't found you yet, and you're trying to attract them with content to make them follow you, or you are bringing them from following you to loving you and creating a relationship with you and understanding what your methods are and your unique perspective. And when you're creating sales content, usually that's speaking to someone who is ready to buy. So they are kind of like there already. They already know, they already have a need, and ideally they already have a relationship with you. They already know who you are. So it could also be that they don't know who you are and they just find a piece of content, they happen to have a need, but that's just very few people compared to the majority of people you can bring to sales, the phase where they are buying from you. So, because very few people will find you right away, be ready to buy right away. Very few of your followers will follow you and right away buy from you. Yes, it happens, but it's just few. So what you want to do to make sure that you are creating sales for a long time, forever and ever, you want to bring new followers in and you want to nurture them, and then you want to lead them over the edge towards sales. Okay? So that's what we were talking about here, is the ledge, when people are standing on the ledge, and this thinking you could already bring into your content now, right away. So this is something you can start implementing now if you want to convert more of your followers into clients. So actually think of a specific person who is already a client, or someone who is a lead, someone you have had in a meeting, for example, and think about that person and speak to them in the content. Like, what do they need to hear? What do they need to hear to take that last step? What do they need to hear? So you need to mentally go into that mindset. Who are they? How do they feel? What do they want? How could life be so different for them if they just made a change? If they just chose to work with you? Okay? Thanks for these. I don't know how long we were on, 25 minutes or so. So if you jumped in at the end, I really recommend you look at this live, the recording, because we all talked about how to convert more of your followers into clients. And when I say that, I mean the people that are ready to buy now, that are kind of ready to buy anytime. Okay. I hope you have a good week. Bye.